Unfortunately, the Opie and Anthony show is over. Fortunately, we have a hard time letting go. The stories behind the stories. The backstage drama. Everything that made today unforgettable. Call 866-WOW-1-WOW now. And look back on another legendary day of broadcasting. This is the Opie and Anthony Post Show with Sam Roberts.
Sorry for the delay. 866-WOW-1-WOW. We are live with the Post Show on a Monday. I had to meet up with the Hulkster. He just got finished doing Sway's show, and I had to go and find him to get some production for the channel. Wait till you hear what we have for the channel. A little Hulkamaniac is going to be very happy.
Yeah, and
special shout-outs, Roland. Did you like hearing that?
I didn't get shout out, but somebody did.
866-WOW-1-WOW is the phone number to call. Big guest day on the Opie and Anthony show. Hulk Hogan was great. Dominic Monaghan was great again. And Bobby Moynihan. How many times, Roland, do we have to tell Opie and Anthony to take a guest before they'll take him?
Many.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think they finally believe me that he's a fan of the show.
Yeah. And like, he even told me when we walked down the hallway, he goes, I feel so weird talking to them.
It's so funny because I've never, most radio shows, especially on the level of Opie and Anthony, are so full of themselves that they'll convince themselves that famous people or other people are fans of the show. Mm-hmm. Opie and Anthony is the only big radio show that not only doesn't believe that celebrities are fans of the show, but when celebrities come in, they make them prove it.
Yes.
They're like, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's the case.
Yes.
Yeah, well, what's your favorite bit then? I mean, I would just take the compliments, I would think, if I were Opie and Anthony, but
yeah.
Bobby Moynihan was a great guest.
And Hulk is a buzz around here.
Well, yeah, I mean...
People want to take pictures.
Do they?
Yeah.
You know what the thing about Hulk Hogan is? Because he shows up, and he looks like Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Like, it'd be like if Bryan Cranston were coming in here,
yeah,
except he were dressed up like Heisenberg.
Like when he was getting his food order, he goes, I'm going to take mustard. I said, shouldn't she order spicy? He goes, yes, brother man.
And were you just so excited?
And then I said, he goes, cheese. I go, what about Swiss? He goes, go for chicken. He goes, I like the way you think. So that was my Hulk moment.
E-Rock, big day for you?
Very big day. So excited.
How did it go?
Went very well, at least I thought.
Did you have a question for Hulk already in your head because you knew they would call on you?
I had a couple, yeah.
I feel like you got a scoop, too.
I think so, too.
I think it turned out pretty well.
Nobody knew what he was doing past WrestleMania.
Right.
So now we know he's going to be at the Raw right after WrestleMania, but then he also stated his agreement is for a long time.
That's what he
sent a clip so I could post it to my Facebook.
He said, oh, I'm going to be around here for a long time, brother.
Yeah.
Maybe till SummerSlam.
I guess legally speaking, that means, yes, I've signed a long-term agreement with WWE.
Will he be the new general manager of Raw?
Look, you're going way too fanboy inside right now, even for me.
Will NWO come back?
Ugh. Sal.
Who's that?
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
That's what I mean. I look at Sal and I go, okay, we're officially in the zone where Sal's like, what the fuck are they talking about? I can't have that.
I care less that Hogan was here today.
You cared that Hogan was here today.
I like...
On some level.
I really didn't,
He didn't.
Wait. You know what?
He did not care at all.
You know what I forget?
What?
Sal's like 15 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
Like anybody who is actually, like any adult would care to some level, even if they don't like wrestling.
Right.
Because it's like Alf coming in. It's like, that's the
That would
guy.
be exciting.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Roland, you're not a wrestling fan, but the Hulkster's here. It's a little exciting.
As a kid, I bought the tape. It looked like a record of I'm a Real American. That song.
That's bad.
I was a little Hulkster, and then...
But you know what it is, too? In 2014...
He looks the same.
He looks like his action figure.
Yeah.
And when you have somebody who you bought their action figure when you were a kid, and they come in still looking like that, that's exciting. Sal was buying, like... I mean, he's too young for Power Rangers.
He's buying Pikachu.
No, dude, I love Power Rangers. But
Sal is still buying action figures.
yeah, that's true. If no, not at all. If like the Edge came in or the Undertaker, I would actually probably want a photo with them.
Edge did come in a while back.
Right after he retired.
All right, Sal. Let's hit line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
And
a little bit saying we were aware that was a tough spot, but that's not going to like stop us from just beating the shit out of somebody.
Oh, I wouldn't
because we would do the same
other way.
We've done the same thing to ourselves.
Oh, I'm familiar. Yeah,
because no one was paying attention.
You jumped on my homeless cake. The homeless cake of my life.
See, there you go. Line of the day, Bobby Moynihan. And how many times do I have to say? It's so fucking cool when we have a great guest in here who's also a fan of the show. So cool.
He was a great guest.
Let me go to Snow. Oh, Lady Trucker, I hung up on you by mistake. Call back. Snowy in Michigan.
Samuel, how you doing, sir?
Good.
Are you surprised Sal doesn't like wrestling or follow it? Do hipsters even follow wrestlers?
Sal, where are hipsters at with pro wrestling?
They love it, dude. Like they buy like all those like old vintage T-shirts. And
I would get, yeah. You know what? A hipster would probably be into Hulk Hogan because he's kind of got a skullet and he's got the and he's right and he's got the handlebar mustache. So that's
that's
and he gets women.
How long will it be? That's true. That's true. He remarried with the quickness. How long will it be, Sal? You are the Opie and Anthony Show representative of the hipster subculture.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
How long? Well, you make your choices in life. How long will it be before the skullet is an actual hipster hairstyle? Like hipsters are shaving the tops of their heads so they can have a skullet.
I think maybe in like 20 or 30 years.
I think 20 or 30 years.
Because dude, I see
20 or 30 weeks.
Well, once they start losing their hair and shit, but I do see hipsters with mullets.
I'm telling you. Hipsters will shave their heads into horseshoes so they can have skullets.
And get the handlebar mustache.
Maybe you're just losing it a little bit. Let me talk to Adrian, the real voice of the young on the Opie and Anthony Show. You're a year younger than Sal, right?
Correct.
You're the guy I want to be talking to then.
What's going on, Sam?
Don't you think it's only a matter of time before hipsters start wearing skullets and being like, yeah, I look fucking awesome today?
Absolutely. I go to school with all hipsters.
There you go. Yeah. See, Sal? You're starting to lose touch on what the hipsters are doing.
Dude, I live in Williamsburg. I know what's going on.
Roland, you live in Williamsburg, correct? Yeah. How long till hipsters start wearing skullets?
I give it till June.
Till June. See? Sal, you don't know what you're talking about.
For all we know, it's probably been done already. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hipsters are always the anti of the anti of the anti. It's probably been done already.
You're probably right. You like hipsters?
Can't stand them.
You don't like them?
No.
What do you,
no redeeming qualities.
None?
None.
Sal, you take offense?
Dude, I'm not a hipster. I'm like the preppiest looking person in all of Williamsburg.
Oh. You got that beard, though. That's a hipster beard.
That is true.
Let me go to Lady Trucker. Sorry I hung up on you before, lady.
Well, that's all right. I just want to congratulate you that Sam Roberts Show not only got into a newspaper article, but they mentioned that you're now on Shade 45.
Well, the interview did air on Shade 45, but did everybody see the Sunday Daily News this weekend?
People buy papers?
Well, it's online, too.
Oh.
It's on the website version, too. But yes, there was a mention of Sam Roberts and DJ Who Kid interviewing Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, Who Kid said it was an old interview.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, it wasn't?
Nope, it was the current one.
Oh.
Were you happy with your interaction with Hulk Hogan, Eric? Because the thing about meeting heroes is that you always build it up. And this isn't the first time you've met him, but is it the first time you've asked him a question?
I believe so, yeah.
And the thing about that, like, you build it up and you build it up, and it's almost impossible to live up to what you want it to be. Because, I mean, everybody who knows the history of the show knows it's true. And Opie brought it up today when Hulk Hogan was in studio. When MySpace was cool, before Sal was born, when MySpace was cool, and you had your list of heroes.
Right.
Because I think MySpace, that was a thing. Like, you listed who your heroes were.
Yeah, they started doing that. It's what Facebook does now, you know, which character are you, those kind of things. They used to have lists that would post onto your
fill in
thing.
a little quiz.
Like a quiz,
Yeah.
you're right.
Have you ever had a tattoo? Like all that stuff.
And that's before you knew any better. Like, when those came out, you're like, oh, this is kind of cool, I'll fill it out. And then realize that all of social media is just going to be lists and characters.
And E-Rock listed his heroes were, number 1,
Jesus.
Papa Nagel, correct?
Right.
Number 2, the immortal one, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Number 3 was?
A poor choice.
Which was?
Greg Opie Hughes.
Was that to you? Was that the biggest mistake you've ever made in your life?
It wasn't until that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because you cried that day on the air when they brought it up because you were so embarrassed.
I don't know why I freaked out a little bit. But
it was one of the early E-Rock bashings.
Right.
So you probably weren't as prepared.
No.
Don't worry, I cried over Glenn Close.
I know. And Jim cried over Roger Ebert.
You know what? We should maybe for one of the weekends, because on the weekends now we've been doing themed best ofs. Like this weekend we had a great, which we should find some reason to replay. Do they go on demand?
Yeah, it does. I got to make sure it's swiped. But
okay,
yeah,
this weekend we did a great Lady Di's counting down the hits with Dennis Falcone as the host, and he counted down the hits of Lady Di's internship.
He made sure to tell me the feedback he got.
Which was?
I didn't even know he was in the building this morning. And first thing he walks in, you should have seen the feedback that I got. And I was like, oh, good, Denny. It sounded great.
He's proud of himself.
Yeah.
The week before, we did Best of 2004, correct?
Right, but we have that, and that's on demand as well, I think.
What if we do the best emotional breakdowns? The best of crying on the Opie and Anthony show.
I think we could do that.
Because we've got Roland crying because they threatened to cancel Glenn Close. You must have been in a weird state that day.
No, it was very, to cancel a big star.
Well, look, I would never cancel Glenn Close, but I would also, there's the old saying, there's no use crying over spilled milk or Glenn Close.
Depends if the milk is Dominic and sells, then you cry.
Well, there's that. There's E-Rock crying over his heroes list.
And also he cried during Tequila Day.
That's different, though.
Don't even know I'm crying. It was one of the best lines ever.
Maybe a little clip of that.
Yeah, that's a surprise cry.
Sal, you've never cried on the air?
No.
I would have.
Surprisingly enough, not yet, yeah.
Tom in Wisconsin.
Sam Roberts.
What's up, buddy?
Before I get, hey, not much. How are you, Sam?
Good.
Before I get to my point, I just will sing a little song for Roland. Just like me, they long to be Glenn closer to you. Anyway,
I hope you get hit by a truck today.
Yes, 608. Stars suddenly appear. Hey, I think the bro culture is equally as devastating to the modern young man as the hipster culture seems to be. Got into a very active debate about the shirtless, show me your six-pack dude, bro thing. That's very homoerotic, but seems to pay little or no attention to their girls whatsoever. And
Adrian, is the bro culture as active as it once was?
Yes,
it is.
Yes, but Kavino and Rich.
But I don't think the bro culture.
Let's be honest. Kavino and Rich are both gentlemen in their 30s. One has kids. They're not exactly like.
There's different levels of bro.
Yeah,
I would say. Yeah.
The bro culture is annoying, but it's not aggravating like the hipster culture. Hipsters can aggressively be dicks.
Yeah,
bros are just douchebags that you're watching do douchebaggy stuff. But they're not fucking with you.
Bros can be funny.
I kind of get a kick out of bros.
Hipster will come over to you and like snark at you because of the coffee you're drinking or something that you're wearing.
When does that happen to you? You're
at school.
Really?
When do you interact with the hipsters?
When I used to live in Brooklyn.
Bay Ridge, bro?
No, not where I lived. That was all Russian and Italian.
Yeah, didn't you live in Brooklyn before hipsters, though?
No, it was right when they were all coming in.
Sal, when were hipsters invented?
I'd say hipsters were invented early 2000s.
Okay, so you were in Brooklyn.
I was well in there then.
But not in Bay Ridge, bro, right, Sal?
No, bro. That was definitely Greenpoint at the time and Williamsburg.
Yeah. Sal's done his hipster research. So you're saying
it's not like you just stay in Bay Ridge. You travel in Brooklyn.
So hipsters used to come up to you and make fun of your coffee a lot?
No, but I would see it. Like they have those little coffee shops that if you weren't part of the
hipster elite,
if you will, you could see that they were staring at you and giving you shit for going into one of their coffee shops that looks like the Friends coffee shop.
Is that true, Sal?
They exist, but I just don't think E-Rock has like actual first-hand experience with a hipster.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get bashed overly by the hipsters.
No, I'm just saying.
I've seen them. I've had interactions with them where they just come off as smug dicks.
Are you talking about Sal specifically?
Yeah, this is vicariously making fun of me.
Let's put him in.
But there is no Starbucks, though, in where we live, in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
It's like all specialty shops.
Sal, what do the hipsters think?
Bars.
What do the hipsters think of Roland?
Roland, I think they love his T-shirts. Roland always has like the next level, funny.
But his shirts aren't ironic.
Yes, they are. He's wearing a Han Solo T-shirt
because he loves it.
And then I got.
Oh, you mean it's intended to be ironic, but
he's not ironic. He wears Indiana Jones and Star Wars, but he's never stopped loving them.
He's wearing a Han Solo T-shirt today, like you're wearing a Hulkamania shirt today.
Correct.
Yeah, I wore my all right T-shirt, and everybody in Williamsburg was a buzz.
But you were like, I didn't know I was being cool. I'm just a Matthew McConaughey fan.
I just went like this. All right.
If he started wearing like a Mr. Bubble or a Dr. Pepper T-shirt, just because they mass print them at Target or something.
I think he has.
Sal.
Yeah.
A lot of hipsters wear Dr. Pepper T-shirts?
Yeah, of course.
Well, what if I wore a Dr. Pepper T-shirt? I'm a Dr. Pepper super fan. I'm a diehard.
See, that's legit.
You'd be welcomed with open arms in North Brooklyn, yes.
I want to hear what E-Rock's clip of the day was today.
So WrestleMania 30.
Scary, yeah.
Coming up. That, I mean, who doesn't remember one?
One seems like yesterday.
Seems like yesterday.
Seems like yesterday. That's what old
Muhammad
people
Ali
say.
And Mr. T. And
Mr. T.
Billy Martin and Liberace.
Billy Martin and Liberace?
I don't remember Billy Martin. Do you?
What did Liberace do at WrestleMania?
Probably smell the seats.
Easy, brother. We're going there already. Wow, that's strong, man.
That's strong. You gotta go there.
That's right up your alley. A little Liberace joke mixed in with some talk about wrestling.
Oh, yes, it was funny all around.
You love it. You love it. Yeah, I wanted to pipe in when Ant was like, who doesn't remember WrestleMania 1? I wanted to be like, everybody you work with? Everybody, I guess.
Because they went.
Yeah.
The child of the 80s.
Yeah, really.
I remember wanting to go to WrestleMania 2 because it was at Nassau Coliseum on Long Island. And my dad just had zero interest in spending any time with me when it involved wrestling.
Well, he didn't want you to be gay.
But your parents did?
They didn't care.
Oh,
they were like, okay, so my son's gay. Big deal. My parents were more forward thinking.
On
They were
Instagram
okay with my gayness.
and Twitter, I have a picture of Sam with Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, interviewing them.
Yes.
Before the interview's out.
Did you? I said before I came here, the reason I was late for the pre-show, did you hear me?
Oh, no, I did not.
I said I had to get some production for the channel. And I said, one little Hulkamaniac is going to be very happy with the...
I want a copy of it.
Well, I don't know if you're going to want to... I don't know for sure if you're going to want a copy or not.
Oh, you
the third cry.
I don't know if it'll make him cry, but let's just say... I taught Hulk Hogan a new word today.
You motherfucker. And it was an obe.
It ends with labo.
Yeah. But he did say it with passion, though.
Yeah, he did. He was like, how do you pronounce this word, brother? I told him.
You just love ruining everyone's life.
No, it's not a ruin of... I think it's something...
He did do a line for Sam.
That was a little more complimentary.
Yeah, it was.
Kevin in New York. Besides, that's something you should take pride in. And I got him to mention Sex Bagel. I know you like that name.
2 for 2, are you?
What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Sammy. Hey, E-Rock, you nailed it. That should have been line of the day. I laughed and laughed.
The Liberace?
Give it to E-Rock.
Oh, yeah. E-Rock hit it today.
All right, so Sal's got 1 point on E-Rock for calling him out on the coffee thing, but E-Rock's got 1 point on Sal for picking a better line of the day.
Because some guy called in about it? No.
That's 2 votes.
No.
E-Rock, do you vote for your line as line of the day?
I sure do.
All right, that's 2. Sal, who's going to back you up?
I back up every line of the day that I choose.
Right now, it's 2-1. You are losing.
Becky backs
I
me
vote
up.
for Sal's line of the day.
Oh, you son of a bitch. All right.
Tiebreaker.
Does Roland have a clip?
I do.
No.
I was running around.
Does Roland have a clip, Sal?
I do not
In
have
my
one in the
defense,
system.
Then you get no vote.
Then in my defense, somebody was during the interviews, I do help. Get more time with your interview.
I think that was English.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I might just move on from that statement. Should
think
I?
He said he was helping somebody.
Yes.
I just heard syllables.
That's what it was.
Okay.
My brain had the farts.
I'll play Sal's clip then.
Anything else you want to add to the story?
What?
I ain't gonna say nothing about that. A lot of them got gray locks.
A lot of them.
A lot of them have dreadlocks, huh?
I really enjoy Bill on the phone. I got to tell you, because I feel like with Bill, that's Lady Di's roommate, Bill. We found out today that Lady Di was mugged. And then we found out that Lady Di went through a period of her life where she was drinking 36 beers a day. But Bill got on the phone, and I can never figure out what angle Bill is going to take. Because one moment, Bill is sitting there saying bad things about O&A. And then Ant fires back at him with something, and Bill just goes,
Yeah, he gives that laugh.
You're fucking funny. You're fucking funny. And I go, you wanted to kill him a minute ago. But I couldn't tell you, I am intrigued more by Bill than I think any of the sort of cast of characters that's surrounding Lady Di's life. You're a Bill fan, Eric?
I'm getting there.
You are?
I need to hear some more.
I love that he was trashing Lady Di today.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Today's call kind of turned the page a little bit where we thought Bill was just being an asshole to her all the time. Mm-hmm. But as he was explaining everything, he is actually looking out for her.
Yeah, and he has reason to be mad at her when he was talking on the show earlier, he
said she had 20 26 or 28 beers in the fridge, and she didn't think she had enough, so she was already buzzed, took his car, went
He
to
said
that
drunk.
liquor
He didn't
store.
say buzz. He said she was drunk.
She was drunk,
and
okay.
jumped in his car and drove
and
to the
went,
liquor
and then
store.
all this happened.
Right.
And it could have been prevented had she just been happy with 28 beers in the fridge.
Oh, after the show, Conquin called me and howled with laughter.
Oh,
He
right,
said,
yeah.
"Is this true?" I go, "Yeah." He just howled.
Just to you.
Yeah.
He couldn't call the show. He just called you.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
He goes, "Is that true?" Yeah. He starts laughing.
That's great. Now, did you have a more pleasant day because you were Lady Di free today?
It was busy, but yes. I did.
But yeah, you were busy because we had 3 interviews back to back to back, which is always going to be driving you crazy.
Yeah.
But at least you know that you can leave the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't have to
Now
worry
we're-
about Lady Di interrupting interviews.
And I could breathe easier.
Yeah, he complained. He wasn't complaining that she was stinking up the office, so instead he was stinking up the office.
Did you pass a little gas today, Roland?
Multiple times.
Yes.
Did you leave some gifts?
And I go,
There was cloud cover.
my tummy hurts.
Well, you got
I
it.
feel better now.
You do.
Yeah.
That's what counts, isn't it?
I feel fantastic.
Well, congratulations on feeling better.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Do we have any guests tomorrow?
Yeah, Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham in tomorrow. And Jeff Dunham, for those that haven't heard him, he's a completely different Jeff Dunham on the Opie and Anthony show than he is. You know, a lot of people are used to seeing him on stage, doing his thing, being a ventriloquist, doing his act. But on O&A, he's just a dude. He's completely down to earth. He
brought
talks.
out his,
he doesn't
puppet.
bring out his puppet. He talks about his personal life. He really is a great guest. So I'm
He
looking
has a
forward
dark
to that.
side to him.
And he does have a dark side, doesn't he?
It was showing up a little bit on his last appearance, where you started to see, like, he's not this hokey guy.
Right.
He's a real human being, and he's got some problems with people.
Yeah. And he's not afraid to tell you.
It's a busy week, though. Yes.
I can't wait. Well, we look forward to even more. Stay tuned, because the Opie and Anthony West Coast Encore, not replay, Encore, starts next. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Opie and Anthony and the Opie and Anthony Post Show. If you missed a minute, get it later today at SiriusXM.com/on-demand. Or stay tuned. Today's replay starts in minutes. Here on the Opie and Anthony channel. It's real.